Peter took all the scratch-off lottery tickets in the small town. In the end, he actually won a huge jackpot. Every Tuesday night is the shopping time for the foursome. As working-class Americans, they don't have a lot of money at hand. Joe suggested that they pool their money together to buy scratch-off lottery tickets. Cleveland and Quagmire immediately agreed to this proposal. However, Peter was more interested in the divination scroll. He also thought that scratch-off lottery tickets were all scams. That night, Joe had bad luck and didn't win anything. Then Cleveland was equally unlucky. Finally, it was Quagmire's turn. He chose a scratch-off lottery ticket with a bald head theme.
I'm a winner!
Awesome! We won $123. Split 3 ways, that's $41 apiece.
The next day, Cleveland showed up at Peter's doorstep looking very proud. He used the money he won last night to buy a few blue pills and then had a passionate night with his wife Donna. Joe also came running over. He used the money he won to buy several of his favorite albums and listened to them all night long. Finally, Quagmire arrived. He used the money he won to find a designer belt at a second-hand market. Now women are much more enthusiastic when they see him. At night, the four of them went to the bar for entertainment as usual. But today the topic of conversation was all about the money they won. Quagmire's belt even had 2 colors, which made Peter feel very uncomfortable. The other showing off was like a thorn that deeply pierced his heart. At this moment, the bar owner came over with a plate of fried shrimp balls. He wanted to give the shrimp balls to these scratch-off lottery winners to catch some of their good luck. This made Joe and the other two even more excited. They didn't expect that so many people already knew about their winning. Watching his friends enjoy the shrimp balls intently, Peter felt even worse. He thought that if he hadn't insisted on buying the divination scroll, he would also have a share of this glory at this moment. Late at night, Peter went to that supermarket again and decided to commit theft. He deliberately brought a lot of infiltration equipment commonly used by agents, and the most important one was a baseball bat. After that, Peter didn't go home directly. Instead, he started scratching the lottery tickets in his car. However, until he scratched off 2 rolls of scratch-off lottery tickets, he didn't win a single cent. At this time, Lois discovered the sneaky Peter and asked him what he was doing.
Having an affair?
What? With who?
You don't know her. Her name is...
In the end, Lois couldn't be bothered to care about Peter anymore. After all, this guy often does some unreliable things. Peter also met his final end. 2 police officers formally arrested him for theft. Now there are cameras everywhere, and Peter is not a professional thief. So the police only took an hour to identify him. Since the scratch-off lottery tickets that Peter stole this time were worth nearly $10,000, he will face severe criminal penalties. The scratch-off lottery tickets worth $10,000 didn't win a single cent in the end, and Peter has to spend several years in prison for these worthless cards. He thinks that these lottery companies are even more heartless than drug cartels. Just as he was speaking, Joe and the others came over. They were there to pick Peter up from prison. The 3 of them used the remaining 15 cents of the scratch-off lottery winning money to pay Peter's fine. Then the prison guard opened the cell door and let Peter out. At this moment, Peter regained his freedom. He has now recognized the nature of scratch-off lottery tickets. The 4 of them agreed that they would never touch this thing again. But Peter still has one last question. How did his friends manage to get him out of prison with just 15 cents?
Well, I pulled a few strings. Kind of an easy sell to the chief because you're white.